Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting season of high school football. Tonight, it's the University Trojans taking on the Jaguars from Austin-LBJ. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach Butch Henry, and Coach, the season gets underway tonight.
Well, the university comes in with a new coach, a new quarterback, a cast of newcomers trying to break that 36-game losing streak. It'll be a hard thing to do tonight against the LBJ. They won their district last year. They're picked to win it again this year. But it's the first night of high school football. Both teams are undefeated. Neither one of them been scored on. I'm excited. I'm ready to tee it up. I'm
excited as well, and so is, I believe, Dylan Chapman, who'll be on the sideline with us tonight. It's the Jaguars versus the Trojans. It's coming up next right here on Waco ISD TV.
You see the captains meeting at midfield between the Jaguars and the University Trojans. For the Trojans, number 4 is Jordan Perkins, number 36, Brazian Easley, number 54 is Ricardo Maldonado, and number 23 is Terry Murphy. And it appears that LBJ has won the toss, and they will receive. Coach, who's our officiating crew tonight?
They are from the Waco chapter. Referee is Jesse Snyder. Umpire is Mark Necessary. The linesman is Michael Kaufberg. Line judge is Dale Burnside. And the back judge is Rodney Sims. You know Larry Sims, don't you?
Yes, sir.
That'd be his son.
Oh, wow.
So he's taking out after the old man again. What do you think right now is going through Rodney Smith's mind?
Who am I going to put on the field, and how well will they perform? His first game as a head football coach, a highly successful basketball coach for the University Trojans. I believe his team made it as far as, the regional quarterfinals a year ago. But has had great success on the basketball court. But he played football at university, played football at Baylor University, and football is his first love, and now he gets a chance to be the head coach at his alma mater.
You'll like it tonight because they're going to huddle up, which we don't see very much anymore, and they're going to shorten the game. He said, we're probably not going to snap it until there's 5 seconds on the play clock.
I already like it. We like old school football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The University ROTC, Junior ROTC program is presenting the colors at midfield. Let's join our stadium announcer for the national anthem.
As we prepare to honor our country with the playing of the national anthem, please join us in a moment of silence in honor of our neighbors to the south who have faced a world of adversity this past week and met it head-on with determination and resilience that only Texans possess. Please stand and remove your hats. Thank you. And now we'll have the playing of the national anthem by the University High School Band. If you will remain standing, we'll have the playing of Texas, Our Texas. Please face the scoreboard, please. may God bless Texas.
88 degrees under a clear sky as we get this game underway here at Waco ISD Stadium. This is game 2 of what's known as the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Game 1 on Thursday night had the Marlin Bulldogs defeat the Blooming Grove Lions by a score 24-0. Game 3 will be tomorrow between the Waco Lions and San Antonio Roosevelt. Now, the Roosevelt team last year played against the University Trojans, and that was former Trojan head coach Matt Carroll taking on Keith Willis in the final year for Keith Willis at the helm of the University Trojans. Coach.
Yeah, by the way, Keith Willis is now doing some marketing. He's selling to high schools where he can do all their sports programs and sell advertising in them. And by the way, it's hard to believe, but the seniors on this university team have never won a football game.
Well, they have an opportunity tonight to start a new tradition under their new head football coach, Rodney Smith.
He's got a couple of new folks to his staff. His offensive coordinator is Tony Miles, a young man from down at Mart. His defensive coordinator is Mario Crane, who used to play at University. Very good football player, so we'll see how it works out tonight.
Yeah, Mario Crane played here for Leroy Coleman as well as Coach Smith. All right, lined up to kick it off for the Trojans is a squib kick picked up at the 25, going to reverse his field and come to the near side. And knocked out of bounds.
Coach Smith told me that they have some guys that can kick a pretty long field goal, but on kickoffs they cannot get in the end zone, so they're just going to squib it. So that's what they did.
That was Jaleel Scott with the return. LBJ will. Do we have a penalty on the play, or are we just marking the football at the 29? They're going to mark it at the 29 of LBJ, 1st and 10. And a quarterback is Aaron Green. Empty backfield. Send the man in motion, that's Collins. Collins gets the football, and Collins is going to be turned around. And boy, that University defense has eats him up in a hurry.
Yeah, Daquan Sanders made the initial hit on that, but I'm going to tell you, Deion Collins is only 5'7", 155 pounds, soaking wet as you look at it there. But he is an explosive youngster. He has like 4.5 speed.
Well, that's a loss all the way back to the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 20 for LBJ. I'll tell you what, University acted like they knew that play was coming. On the near side is Traylon Thomas, back to pass, throw across the middle, and it's overthrown, intended for Collins. You're right, Coach. He's a scat back. He got behind that University defense in a hurry.
Yeah, they're going to have to keep an eye on him, but as long as you can force Aaron Green to throw the football, you're in good shape. And this, of course, 3rd and 20, I would imagine we'll see another pass. Maybe a screen pass or something, I don't know.
So it's 3rd down. Actually, they marked it back at the 18, so make it 21. Green rolls, throws, and is complete. And up for the 1st down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. On the completion to Traylon Thomas.
See, that's what really hurts. You have them backed up 3rd and long, and they make the 1st down.
First down of the contest. All the way out to the 40-yard line. 22-yard pickup on the play. Green on the handoff, straight up the gut. That's Latrell Stevenson with the football. Out to the 50, 10-yard gain. Picks up the 2nd 1st down. Pass in the flat, complete to Bourgeois. He's into University territory down to the 46.
Nice tackle by Desmond Watson that time. Keep an eye on number 10, the safety for University, a young man named Justin Williams. First year he's played football. He's a basketball player, but he's a pretty good athlete.
2nd down and 6. Pass in the flat, that's complete to Collins. Collins tries to get around the corner, and he's knocked down about the 42-yard line to pick up about 4 on the play.
There's that man we just talked about, Justin Williams. So that was a nice tackle. Now this brings up maybe a punting situation, but I don't think they'll kick it.
It's just third down, Coach.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe they won't kick it then.
3rd and 2 at the 42. Straight ahead running goes the quarterback Green, and he'll have the first down. This offense goes like their hair's on fire.
I think when Rodney Smith looks back on this, that 3rd and 20 was a huge, huge play.
Certainly was. Gain of 5 for Green. Brings up a 1st and 10 at the University 37. Green looking to pass. Will flip it out in the flat to Collins. Collins double teamed out there, is not going to get away. Nice job by Corey Moore. He's one of the returners.
Yes, he is. You better dadgum sure wrap up Deion Collins, because he gets loose. Nobody's going to catch him.
It's going to be a loss back to the 41 of 4 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 14. And now they huddle up a little bit. Head coach Andrew Jackson and his offensive brain trust on the far side.
Great name, great name.
Green to pass, looks across the middle to Collins. It's complete. He sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers. The little water bug move will get him inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line.
You saw what Deion, you see what he can do right there. He was shaking and baking, juking, doing all that stuff. He's a very shifty back and hard to bring down. Also keep an eye on the linebacker for University number 22, Josh Walker. He played last year. He's a good football player.
10th play of the drive that started back at the 29-yard line. Fake the handoff, Green with the keeper, and he is plowed under. Ruben De Los Santos gets there in a hurry.
Did a good job on that tackle that time, but I'm going to tell you, when push comes to shove, they're going to go to number 1, Deion Collins. You can just write that in your book.
Last 5 yards on the play brings up a 2nd down and 15 at the University 22. Green looking to pass, looking to the left side. Stop route's complete. And out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Catch made over there by Andra Johnson.
There's another look at it. You see Corey Moore coming in and making the tackle, number 2, right there.
They mark it at the 14. A pickup of 8 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 7 from the 14. Coach, I don't see number 1 on the field right now. Green back to pass across the middle and a little too tall for his intended target, Devontae Gray.
Look, I'm a little disappointed the first night of high school football. I see the cheerleaders over there, but I don't see a band from LBJ.
Well, maybe they had a little trouble getting out of Austin. We'll see if they show up sometime later.
Field goal time, I guess.
4th and 7 from the 14. And to attempt the field goal is Ian McIntosh, a junior. The left footer from 30 yards out splits the uprights. And with 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to go, make a minute and 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Austin-LBJ strikes first blood with a 30-yard field goal.
And we're going to see our first look. In fact, his first look at varsity football as a quarterback. Jordan Perkins wears number 4. He needs to develop quickly. There's no question. They had Rasheed Green last year. They have a running back, number 8, Jeremy Stroop's only a sophomore. They're very high on him. And you remember Hosea Cadena from last year. He's one of the better receivers, but he's been having back spasms. We'll see how long he can play that. Pretty nice contingent of folks on hand from University tonight. There's a look at some of them right there.
LBJ moves the ball 67 yards in 13 plays and takes 3 minutes and 57 seconds to score first on a 30-yard field goal by McIntosh. The Trojans now get their first chance. Back deep for University, Justin Williams on the far side. And on the near side is C.J. Crane. Kick to one of the up backs, giving ground, but a nice job of pat drill for the moment by Desmond Watson. Watson gave up ground off of that kickoff.
If he went north and south, he might have picked up a few more yardage instead of losing yardage. You see right there, and good pursuit by the LBJ team.
Well, I think maybe there was there's a flag back at the kickoff. There was offside against LBJ.
You take it?
Sure.
I would too.
See what Jesse Snyder says they're going to do. The University offense is ready to go, but are they going to make them re-kick it, or do they add yardage to where the ball ended?
They're trying to decipher that right now, I think.
I think he's going to tell them to re-kick it. Let's see.
That's what I would do, but I don't really know that rule that good.
Now he says offside against University.
Now Rodney wants the explanation.
How can a receiving team be offside, Coach?
That's a good question.
I haven't seen that.
Don't see that very often, do you?
No, we don't. But it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20 for University. Jordan Perkins, the quarterback. Jeremiah Strope in the running back in the backfield with him. Sends a man in motion. Puts 3 receivers to the right. Look for the quick pass, but he'll keep it himself. Bounces it outside and will get a yard out to the 21. Once again, it's a deal of getting north and south, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, he lost. He could have picked up probably 5 or 6 yards if he kept going straight, but it's easier to see up here than it is down there.
Certainly is.
But Jeremiah Stroop is a young man they're really high on, only a sophomore. They're looking for big things from him.
You're right. It's unusual to see people get in a huddle, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You got Locke and Crane both wide to the far side. On the near side, Osea Cadena, the inside receiver, got a penalty against the Trojans as they hand the ball straight ahead. I don't think the offense was totally set, Coach.
I don't think either one of these wideouts were set.
No.
You know, that's where the quarterback, Jordan Perkins, with experience, he'll wait till they get set before he calls the snap count, I would think.
See if they decide to take the penalty or not. Nope, they're going to decline the penalty. So Stroop on the carry, gets a yard, makes it 3rd down and 8 at the University 22.
When they throw the ball, they like to go to Cadena, number 1.
Well, we saw a lot of him last year.
Yes,
he was
we
pretty
did.
much the speed they had last year. He's the outside receiver of the 3 on the right of the formation. Straight back to pass on the screen in the middle, and it's caught, almost intercepted. Nice job of almost getting away by C.J. Crane, but once again, he ends up giving up ground. Trojans are going to end up having a punt.
4th and 10.
The LBJ should come out of this smelling like a rose. You take one more look at it that time. That play lost yardage.
Well, they're lucky that wasn't intercepted right there.
Oh, yeah, very lucky.
Threw that right almost into the hands of the defender.
They need to check out that play clock. It's running down now. They don't have they don't get another penalty.
Do we have a punter?
And they're going to have to call timeout.
If they don't want to lose yards. They're going to lose yards because the clock has run out. So they'll take the delay. So that's 3 penalties in their first offensive possession, Coach.
And that's the thing that killed University last year. If you remember, one time last year they had 5 consecutive false starts. Instead of 1st and 10, they had a 1st and 35.
And those are things that can be corrected.
Yeah, they can. That first game for Rodney Smith and his staff, and first game for a lot of these players. And you know, winning's a habit just like losing. They've got to get over the hump.
C.J. Crane, I believe, is back to do the punting. And that man, Deion Collins, waits in University territory for the punt. Low spiral, takes a University bounce, and then goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Going to mark it out at the 46-yard line.
I tell you, it was kind of a high snap. He's lucky he got that ball, but I noticed the center was snapping the ball with one hand. That's unusual on the punt, I believe.
Certainly is.
There's some of the highlighters tonight. They're cheering for those Trojans.
Trojans kept it for 2 minutes and 16 seconds after LBJ kept it for 3:57 for their first score. Second possession of the game for LBJ. They start in Trojan territory at the 46. Handoff in the backfield over the left side. Good punishing run there by Brian Batts.
Good tackle. I'll say one thing about the Trojans. They pursue the football very, very well.
Pick up a 4 on the play, brings up second down and 6. Collins in the slot on the top of your screen. Handoff goes to Batts once again, finds a little wiggle room in the middle and gets the first down across the 35 to the 34.
Finally brought down by linebacker Josh Walker.
Pickup of 8. Brings a 1st and 10. Again, Batts has the football over left tackle this time. He splits the defender and gets it down to the 15-yard line. Corey Moore got a hand on him just enough to slow him down and trip him up at the 15. Not before he picked up 19 yards.
Right now, LBJ is winning the battle up front, and that's where it all starts.
Batts once again with the football straight up the gut, and the 5 down to the 4. This appears to be the Brian Batts series.
Yep, there it is again.
I'll mark him at the 3. Picked up 12.
He's a tough runner.
1st and goal. And Batts makes it into the touchdown. 5 consecutive plays from the 46-yard line for Brian Batts. He's in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. LBJ with a 13, make that a 9-0 lead with a point after to come.
And you know what's going through some of the Trojans' mind right now? Here we go again.
Yes, sir.
They've got to get this ball back and hopefully drive down and get some points.
Well, left footer McIntosh on the field to kick the ball out of the hold of Hunter Scott.
They're missing a player, but that's all right.
And it's good. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go. First quarter, and our new score is LBJ 10 and University nothing.
We have not seen Jeremiah Stroop carry the football so far tonight, so maybe we'll see him later. Heard a lot of good things about that young man. I see Justin Williams, the guy that came over from basketball, is going out to be one of the returners for Waco I. I mean for University, my bad.
Just 1 minute and 9 seconds is all it took for LBJ to get on the scoreboard with their second drive of the night. 5 plays to go the 46 yards, all of it done by Brian Batts on the ground.
Now, was Cadena deep last time, or was he not? I can't remember.
No.
He wasn't?
No, it was... Yeah, it was Justin Williams and C.J. Crane.
C.J. Crane, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see if University's offside again. You help me watch that, Lord.
No. Pop-up kick. Taking it to the
straight ahead.
29-yard line. Up to about the 33 goes Desmond Watson.
Well, I spoke to son, the LBJ band finally showed up.
Okay. Well, I told you it was just Austin traffic that was keeping them out.
Might have been Waco traffic. You don't know.
You just probably Temple traffic. Construction in Temple.
All right, let's see what Jordan Perkins can do. I know he had butterflies for that first year. Let's see if he might have settled down a little bit.
Cadena goes wide to the far side. Crane is wide to the near side along with Deodrick Robinson in the slot. Stroop takes the hand. Fake the handoff. Keeper. Nice job by Perkins. He's going to have the first down.
That was a nice run that time. Once again, instead of calling in the plays or shuttling them in, Perkins has been coming over to the sideline to get the play, which is fine as long as they can beat that play clock.
Perkins picks up 11. Out to the 44-yard line. Good job on the option. Strope, the only running back. Perkins will pitch it. The late pitch causes a fumble, but Strope gets back on top of it. That was Thomas Lott-like, but pretty dangerous.
Yeah, once again, Jordan Perkins, he'll learn from experience. He should have just kept that football because that was nearly a disaster.
Certainly was, all the way back to the 37-yard line. A loss of 7 on the play brings up second down and 17. Perkins came to the sideline to get the play call from the offensive brain trusts.
They better hurry.
Who's watching the clock? Anybody? No. And there once again is the delay penalty.
Yeah. I tell you what, Rodney Sims was watching that rascal. He's the guy that threw the flag, the back judge.
That's his job.
Yep. How many is that? 4 penalties now?
Yes, sir, I believe so. Second down and 22, back at the 32. C.J. Crane, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Perkins straight drop back, under the rush, gets away for a moment, but then here comes the swarm to take him down. One of the guys there to finish him off was Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson, Jeremiah Taylor, they both were in on that tackle along with a host of Jaguars.
Take it all the way back to the 25. Another 7-yard loss makes it 3rd and 29. Perkins again came to the sideline, gets to the huddle with 12 seconds left on the play clock.
That's something they're going to have to
taking way too long in the huddle.
Yeah, well, they're going to get another penalty.
Break the huddle with 4 seconds left, and Rodney Smith realizes it this time and calls timeout.
They're going to have to get a better system without him having to run all the way over here.
Gonna have to work on that timing.
If they don't do the signals from the sideline, at least maybe shuttle in a wide receiver or something.
Got 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in our first quarter of play. LBJ has had the ball twice and has scored both times. After a 13-play drive, McIntosh kicked a 30-yard field goal for the first score. Then after University had a 3-down and punt series, LBJ got the ball in Trojan territory at the 46-yard line and only took 5 plays to get in the end zone. All 46 yards covered on the ground by Brian Batts.
I want you to look at that little gal. She is cute as a speckled puppy, isn't she? Look
Certainly
at
is.
What's that in her hair, Clark?
Flower petals.
I think you'd look good with that.
I don't think my hair's long enough for that to occur. And I'm going to keep getting a haircut so that it doesn't. Got a new number in the backfield for University. That's Julian Wilson, number 30. Facing a 3rd down and 29. Perkins looking to pass, looks across the middle, throws deep. I'm looking for flags, Coach. Do you see any?
Nope.
I tell you, O.C. Cadena felt like he was being held on and impeded to try to get to the football. But the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know Jordan Perkins could throw the football that far.
Well, he certainly can.
He hit it down there pretty good.
So the Trojans pick up 1 first down, but then have to punt for the 2nd time. So it's C.J. Crane getting back to do the punting. And Deion Collins waits for it.
See, one-handed center. You just don't see it very often on a punt.
He better get rid of it. He got rid of it just in time. And was it a high snap?
No.
He just decided to fake, and it gets thrown out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's a 1-yard gain basically on the play. And on downs goes the football to LBJ. So now we know that Rodney Smith's a bit of a riverboat gambler.
Yeah, yes, he is. That's a tough time to do it now. LBJ sets up shop with great field position.
Just 26 yards away from their 3rd possible score. And what we've seen out of their kicker, McIntosh, I think he's already in field goal range. So the quarterback, Green, will bring him to the field. Got a new set of running backs in the backfield with him. This time he's flanked by Kevin Johnson and Latrell Stevenson. But he's looking to pass. It's complete to the 20-yard line out to Johnson. And Johnson will have about 9 yards on the play.
I don't see Deion Collins on the field right now. Maybe it's just resting him. I hope he did not get injured. He's an exciting young man to watch.
Down to the 17-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 1. Johnson to the far side, Thomas to the near side. They stack the running backs in an eye, send a man in motion. Coming on the jet sweep is Gay. And Gay is going to be corralled by University Trojans at the 25-yard line.
Leading that charge that time was beyond easily. I believe that's how you say his name. That's how I said it anyway.
Close enough. So Gay loses 8 yards on the play, back to the 25. Minute 10 left of the first quarter. 10-0 our score in favor of LBJ. Trojan defense trying to dig in here and make sure that LBJ doesn't get into the end zone. Gay and Johnson go wide to the far side. Thomas to the near side. Green looking to pass to the left, and it's complete, but immediately tackled is Gay. He gets a yard on the play to the 24, but it's 4th down and 8.
Corey Moore, the young man that got a lot of experience last year, came up and made the tackle, so we'll see if I'm sure they're going for it, and they're going to attempt a field goal.
Well, it would be about a 41, 42-yard attempt, and they're going to call a timeout to talk about it with 26 seconds left to go in our first quarter of play. Again, this is game 2 of the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Game 1 saw Marlin take on Blooming Grove, and the Bulldogs from Marlin coming away with a 24-0 win. Game 3 of this event will be on Saturday evening between Waco High and San Antonio Roosevelt. Waco High is taking on 5, 6A teams in their non-conference schedule.
Yeah, and after their first 2 games, they go 3 in a row on the road. So now University next week goes to Eastview, Georgetown Eastview. After that, they go to Gatesville. They really need to win one of those because that 18-5A is tough. You know that.
Certainly is. So LBJ going for it for 4th and 8 from the 24-yard line. Empty backfield. Collins is on the field. He's the inside receiver of the 3 on the near side, but looking right and headed for the end zone, trying to hit Johnson, but Johnson on the stop route, and the throw went to the end zone, so the incomplete pass turns it over on downs, so the Trojans dodge a bullet here.
They dodged a big-time bullet, and I tell you what, that might give them a little confidence now that the defense, which is most of them are playing together for the first time in a real game tonight. So Boy, besides Bryan schools, A&M consolidated with a new coach, Lee Fedora. Bryan, College Station, Temple are both ranked in the preseason top 10. Rudder, you got a team called Temple. You've heard of them, and Waco High. Not a bad district.
It's a pretty good district. Perkins out of the pistol, fakes the handoff and keeps it, and heads north and south. And it's finally corralled once he gets up to the 40-yard line. They're looking for a horse collar tackle or a face mask penalty at the end of it.
I thought it was a face mask. You make the call, folks. Here he comes, right into your living room. That was a face mask that was not called.
Pickup of 27 yards on the play. Or excuse me, that's 17 yards on the play. Out to the 41-yard line. And that's the end of our first quarter.
Jaguars 10, the University Trojans 0.
Like we're going to have a special presentation on the field between quarters, so we'll turn it over to George Snookhouse, our stadium announcer.
To the 20-yard line, where tonight the Waco ISD Athletic Department honors former UHS principal Dr. Bill Shepard. Dr. Shepard graduated from Hillsborough High School in 1967. From there, he attended Texas A&M University and graduated in 1972. For the next 22 years, Dr. Shepard served his country in the United States Air Force as a jet trainer and a C-5 carrier pilot. He entered public education in 1992 and concluded his stellar career as principal at University High School. Under his impressive leadership, he led the Trojan student body to new heights in many areas. Please join the athletic department in honoring Dr. Bill Shepard as we add his name to our lifetime athletic honor roll as our newest member. Congratulations, Dr. Shepard.
You know, Johnny Tusa does a heck of a job handing out those plaques, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. A great job. He hadn't dropped one yet, has he?
No.
Bill Shepard used to be principal over at Mountain View, and then he did a good job at University, and he's got a ranch up around Hubbard somewhere. He's probably just tending to his cows, whatever he does.
Perkins takes the snap, hands it off to Stroop, and Stroop has no running room up the middle. Matter of fact, he may lose a couple of yards back to the 39.
I'll tell you one thing, if I'm University, I'd try to go to Cadena again because he was open a little earlier on that long pass.
Certainly was.
Jordan Perkins is going to lose some weight tonight going over and get the signals.
Well, at least he got back to the huddle with 20 seconds left and broke the huddle with 15, so there's a chance he'll get this one off. Julian Wilson, the outside receiver at the top of your screen. Play clock down to 3. Get it off in time. Pass is complete to Crane at the 45. Boy, I tell you what, he had that football there about the same time Crane broke in his pattern.
I think he got a surprise straight. He barely turned around. And by the way, University is out one of their good receivers tonight, number 20, Obi Cooper. He has a concussion, so he'll be sitting out tonight. But Crane has done a good job, as has Cadena. They're both good receivers, both have excellent speed.
Picked up 6 yards on that play, brings up 3rd down and 6. At the 45, they got to get across midfield to get another 1st down. Got plenty of time this time. Now he's going to run with it. Those stutter moves, all that does is give the rest of the pursuing defense a chance to catch up to you.
There must have been good coverage in the secondary because he certainly had time. The offensive line did an outstanding job.
Certainly did.
Get another look at Jordan Perkins there.
They'll give him a gain of 1 on the play to the 46. But it's a punting situation once again.
Who's the deep man back for?
It's that Collins fella.
I tell you, I wouldn't kick it. I'd kick it away from him.
Gabriel Castillo in to do the punting. Gets it away under a rush and gets up a high end over end. A fair catch is called for and made about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Corey Moore said, I didn't really see that fair catch. It was incidental contact.
So the punt goes from the 46 to the 20. And that's where LBJ will get the ball for the 4th time tonight. On top by a score of 10-0 with 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go in our first half.
By the way, LBJ is in District 25-5A, in there with other Austin schools, Austin High, Crockett, Lanier, Reagan, McCollum, and Travis.
Aaron Green, the senior quarterback, sends Collins in motion. Hands it off straight up the middle, though. Nice run there by Latrell Stevenson. Has another first down for the Jaguars. All the way out to the 32, pick up a 12.
Look at it right there. That was a nice tackle by Jamarian Payton. I don't know if I said that right or not.
Close enough. Till his mother gets a hold of him.
Yeah.
Pass complete. Quickly out of bounds is Thomas.
He was knocked out of bounds, if you'll see right there, by Desmond Watson.
Picked up 8 on the play out to the 40. 2nd down and 2. Low snap. Green picks it up, throws to Collins. Collins gets into the open, and I don't know if they're going to catch him, Coach. He's down the near sideline. He's going to go the distance. It's a 60-yard pass and run to Collins that puts another touchdown on the board tonight for LBJ.
Well, you see right there why we talked about Deion Collins on the pregame. The young man's got 4.5 speed. He's not big as a minute, but look right there, he's gone. There comes Corey Moore, thought he might get him. He said, no way I'm going to catch that ball. And you also see in pursuit was Payton again.
Well, Ian McIntosh's foot is going to be sore in the morning. That's his 3rd kick already in this contest. Makes it 17-0 with 9:02 left to go in the first half.
University badly needs to get this kickoff and drive down and get some points. I don't care if it's 3 points. They need some points on the board.
Well, that was just a 34-second possession for the Jaguars as it went 80 yards in 3 plays. Of course, the big play, the 60-yard touchdown pass to Deion Collins. So they've had the ball 4 times and they've put 3 scores on the board.
University had already one real nice play earlier when Perkins kept it and picked up 17 yards. But besides that, they hadn't done much. I see Rodney Smith down about the 35-yard line, kind of isolated from the rest of the people. Trying to gather his thoughts, I guess. See Jerry Williams down there, the athletic trainer. He also SID over at University.
The head coach, Rodney Smith, is a deep thinker type guy, and I'm sure he's sitting there trying to figure out, okay, how do we fix this? Another pop-up kick comes to Wilson at the 25. Weaves his way through would-be tacklers and finally hit from behind. He's going to give University the ball at the 37-yard line.
Take one more look at it. Pretty nice return that time by Desmond. He just goes straight ahead. And by the way, if Rodney, I don't think he wants to get in a foot race with his wife. Do you, Stacy? Stacy Smith? Used to run track for Baylor, Stacy Bowers, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I believe, no. I think
he'd
he'll running.
He'd lose, I promise you that.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Perkins looking at the sideline for some instructions. We'll send Crane in motion. On the just, fake it to Crane. Give it off inside. There's a fumble at the end of the play, but was he down? I believe he was down. Even on the inside trap, Or excuse me, it was Porkins just kept the ball. I'll be all right.
Yeah, you go see Jordan coming over talking to the offense coordinator, Tony Miles. Said we need to get something going here. Take another look at it, and he was down. It wasn't a fumble, but he was down. In the ground cannot cause a fumble. I don't know why, but he can't.
Because you're already down when you hit the ground.
That's a dumb rule.
Is it?
Yes.
I think you're down when you hit the ground, aren't you?
No, not if she fumbles, you're not.
Picked up 2 on the play. Again, faked the handoff. Perkins trying to weave his way. That is a fumble, and it's picked up by Collins for the Jaguars, and he'll have it at the 50-yard line.
What is it that Deion Collins does not do, I wonder? God,
drive the bus?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a license?
He probably couldn't see over the steering wheel.
They're going to give it to it in University territory at the 49-yard line with 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go. First turnover of the night. Usually after a turnover like that, coaches like to go for the juggler with the big bomb. Let's see what happens here. Yep. Now he finds Collins open on the near side, in and out of his hands. His initial receiver was Talon Thomas, but Thomas was covered. So a good job of finding the secondary target by Aaron Green, and almost had it in the hands of Collins.
In fact, that ball most likely should have been caught.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice pass that time off the arm of Aaron Green.
9 of 13 in the passing department for 132 yards right now for the Jaguars. They send Collins in motion. Handed off though straight ahead. Nice punishing run there by Ryan Batts.
Chris Watson made the initial hit for the Trojans. And I'll tell you, that last play they run was kind of a belly series, and I can see them doing that, faking it, and running the option play to Deion Collins because he was trailing the quarterback.
5 yards for Batts on the play. His 6th carry for 51 yards already. Pass in the flat to Collins. Wide receiver screen, going to have a holding penalty, it appears, against number 7, Andra Johnson, trying to protect his receiver out there.
There was no question about it. You see it right there. He grabbed a hold of Josh Walker. Josh said, "Let go of me."
Well, they're going to come to the sideline and ask Rodney Smith what he wants to do.
I'm going to take it, aren't you?
Absolutely. That does give them the down back, but it would be 3rd and 15 as opposed to, well, I don't know. It could be 4th down here if they take the play.
Well, that's a good point.
Yep, they're going to take the play. As they end up losing yards on the play back to the 46.
But they're not going to punt this football?
Well, they haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I think they are now.
Yeah, here comes Mr. McIntosh.
Does he also kick left-footed too, I guess?
I'm going to bet he does.
Unless he's one of them ambidextrous guys.
He's a what?
Yeah, big word.
Yeah, he did it left-footed. Nose up spiral. Takes a bounce at the 10. And inside the 5-yard line, the Jaguars kick it. It's picked up by University Trojan in the end zone. And apparently it's where they first touched it at the 6-yard line. So a nice 40-yard punt there.
Yeah, but now you got those Trojans backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, trading 17 to zip. You got to be real careful down there not to turn it over.
Well, the Jaguars have definitely won the field position battle here in the first half. Up 17-0 with 6:56 left to go in the first half. Perkins in the huddle, has his center break the huddle. That's Estevan Trejo as the center for the Trojans. Doing an outstanding job so far. Handoff, hit immediately as Stroop. He'll have a 1-yard loss. I believe that was Jalen Cleveland that got there in a hurry.
He's the linebacker. He's the big hitter on his team. I want to mention this now. Our prayers and thoughts go out. Wayne McLean passed away, and I know if he was still here, he'd be here tonight. And funeral arrangements are still pending, but known Wayne for a long time. When he's up at Tennyson, I know you know him well.
Yes, sir.
When you were at Lake Air, when he beat you guys, right?
Yeah, you have to rub that in, do
No,
you?
I just want to pass it over.
Yeah, I only heard about that game 25 times from Wayne McLean. Yeah, we're going to miss Wayne. I also remember him being one of the crossing guards at over on New Road.
Crestview, yeah.
Yeah, Crestview. Well, my best wishes to his family. Handoff straight ahead, trying to stay on his feet. Stroop gets it up near the 10-yard line. Now we have a little extracurricular.
Yeah.
And a flag will be thrown into the middle of it. We'll see who they call it on.
Probably be offsetting penalties. I don't know.
Matter of fact, I had Wayne's son Tim on one of my baseball teams when he was 15 years old. Good little pitcher.
Went to SMU, didn't he?
I believe he did. And I think Tim is still officiating out in West Texas somewhere.
At one time he's in the Big 12, but I don't know whether he's anymore.
They got 4 yards on the play. Now let's see what we do about the penalties. Nothing?
Correct.
Okay, offsetting, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 from the 9. Perkins on the rollout, looking to pass, and it's complete as it gets across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Completion goes to Daquan Sanders.
Is that a first down, Laura?
Yes, sir, it is.
That got them away from the shadow of their own goal line anyway.
Getting a little bit of room all the way out to the 16-yard line. And off to Stroop, but nothing there.
Like I say, I think that the LBJ is really winning the battle up front on both sides of the football. The University's having a hard time running off tackle. There's no question about it. The best success has been one of the option plays that Jordan Perkins ran, and then throwing the football has been pretty successful at times.
Again, Perkins came to the sideline to get the play and gets to the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. And they still haven't broke the huddle. They do with 7 seconds left. I believe he at least got a glimpse of the play clock and gets the play off. Looking upfield, now he throws on the run, but C.J. Crane can't get open. It's incomplete.
Yeah, he snapped that ball with 1 second on the play clock.
Well, you see that there's a little bit of learning going on here.
Oh, yeah. At least he did turn around and look at it. He didn't have to turn around because there wasn't the other end, but I guess he thought that was closer.
Trojans face a 3rd and 10 at their own 16-yard line. 5:01 left in the first half. They trail 17-0. Now we have a motion penalty.
I believe that's the left guard for University. Elijah Muhammad moved just a little bit. That's all it took.
Don't think there's been but 1 penalty against LBJ so far. Third and 15 from the 11. Stick around at halftime. We're going to meet the new principal at University High School. Handoff in the backfield. Roderick Robinson looking for some running room, but somebody had him by the sleeve and wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. We'll find out right here who's that young man that had him by the sleeve. Yep, there it is. That's big number 55, Jeremiah Taylor.
Lost 3 yards on the play back to the 8.
I tell you, LBJ's got a little over 4 minutes left in the halftime. They should get this ball. In fact, they will get it inside University territory.
And with that number 1 back there, you just don't know how deep he's going to get. Castillo back to punt. End over end kick. Collins Fields near midfield, takes the reverse and now has set up the wall. Looking to get downfield. Good job of cutting him off by Josh Walker. It looked like he was about to hook him down the far sideline.
I think if Josh Walker don't make that tackle, he was going to the house. And a dangerous, dangerous young man.
University kept the ball for 3 minutes and 7 seconds, only picked up 1 first down.
Got a flag on the play.
Well, usually when they do the reverse field like that, you end up with a clipping penalty somewhere, but this is going to go against University because they're going deeper into Trojan territory.
That's one of them face mask deals, I believe.
Certainly is, because they're marking off at least 15 all the way down to the 30. I never did see the actual indication of the penalty. But they're at the University 30-yard line. This is like the 3rd or 4th time they started a drive inside Trojan territory. Handoff straight up the middle. Hard-nosed running by Cleveland, and Cleveland will get inside down to the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if Jalen Cleveland hadn't tripped that time, he was in for the touchdown. No way. Right there, he just tripped. That grass may be a little high down there.
And we have an injury for the University Trojan back at the 25-yard line, so that has Jerry Williams on the field checking him out. Actually, they mark him down at the 7-yard line, so it's 1st and goal from the 7. That was a 23-yard pickup for Cleveland.
Well, Jerry made it nearly the whole first half with having to run out on the field, didn't he?
Almost.
I guess coming up at halftime, we'll be showing you the sights and sounds of the University High School Band. I guess that's Archie Haddon, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whichever one he is now.
It's hard for me to keep track. It's kind of like George Foreman, isn't it?
Yeah. I understand our new superintendent, Brother Marcus Nelson, is in the house tonight checking out WISD football. I guess it's the first game he's seen here this year.
That's Chris Watson being helped to the sideline. That's one thing this Trojan team really cannot afford is a whole lot of injuries. That was something that plagued Waco High last year, but they got a little bit more depth than the Trojans do.
Yeah, they do. In fact, the university's got several young men, as we've seen tonight, playing both ways because of the lack of depth.
So sophomore Chris Watson going to be checked out by Jerry Williams on the sideline. Meanwhile, it's 1st and goal facing LBJ. Cleveland in the backfield with Green. Fake the handoff to him, and Green dives across the 5 to the 4. Pick up a 3 for Green.
The University defense got a bowler neck right there. It's going to be hard to keep them out of the end zone because they got a lot of weapons. And I'm telling you, Aaron Green is a pretty good weapon himself when he keeps the football.
Abel Montemayor came up with the tackle on that play. Green just keeps the ball, tries to go straight ahead, maybe a yard before he's knocked down in the middle of the pile.
I believe that's Josh Walker led the initial surge on that. Josh has been all over the field tonight defensively for the Trojans.
So it's 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Head coach Andrew Jackson for LBJ giving a lot of his reserves an opportunity here late in the first half with a 17-0 lead knocking on the Trojans' door. That's Brian Batts back in the backfield, and Batts gets the handoff, heads for the end zone, and will be held shy. Nice job by University's Josh Walker again, coach, to get there and keep him from getting the 6.
I tell you what, that's 3 plays. They played pretty good defense. Now that sets up a 4th and short. So we're looking at quarterback sneak, or we're looking at Aaron Green carrying the football again.
Batts picked up 2 on that last play, but it's 4th down. And once again, Batts is in the backfield. And it's going to be Green who gets over the goal line, going over right tackle, and getting the 3rd touchdown of the night for LBJ.
All that with 1:58 left in the first half. They convert this extra point. They will be up 24-0.
Ball is up, and it's through the uprights. McIntosh has been perfect with his kicks tonight. So as Coach said, 1:58 left to go in the first half, and LBJ has increased their lead to 24-0.
These university youngsters just got to keep their head up. Like old Leroy Coleman used to say, just keep pounding that rock. One day it'll turn around, just like it did when Johnny Tooth with Jefferson Moore. They lost, 33 in a row or
I believe it was 33 in a row before they ended up in the playoffs that season.
Yeah.
Played Beaumont Abear.
Yeah, down there.
Down at Butler Stadium in Houston. Now, Jordan Cox and I went to Houston to call that game on KWTX radio.
Good.
And it was a lot of Beaumont Abear that night.
The last 3 kickoffs have gone short to Desmond Watson. Now I don't know who they're moving up there. I can't see a number, about 30-yard line. That might be Justin Williams. I can't tell.
Yeah, they moved Watson back to the 10-yard line. And they got C.J. Crane up around the 30 where they've been kicking it. Crane comes up and makes the catch at the 35-yard line. A nice sidestep gets him free up to the 50 and across the 50 into Jaguar territory. Pretty good adjustment there,
Coach.
Yeah,
I think it was a very good adjustment. They still had plenty of time left with 1:51 to get some points on the board, and they still have, according to the scoreboard, 2 timeouts remaining.
We're going to start from the 47-yard line in Jaguar territory. This may be the best field position of the night to start a drive for the University offense.
I think it is. I think I'm going to try to throw that football to Cadena. If he can catch the football, he can go to the house.
He is the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Crane at the top of your screen. Stroop the running back. Under pressure. Passes away to Stroop. Stroop, though, gives ground once again and gets a loss of 2 yards back to the 49. He's going to see on the films this week that he needs to go north and south.
Exactly. We've seen that happen several times tonight. Clock continues to roll. That young man's just a sophomore. He's got a good future ahead of him, Jeremiah Stroop.
2 timeouts left for the Trojans. Break the huddle with 13 seconds left on the play clock. On the pitch, they fake the pitch, and there goes Jordan. Perkins down inside the 25, down to about the 22. That's been their best gainer of the night. Anytime he carries the football. O.C. Cadena a little bit gimpy after that play, but gets up and heads to the huddle.
He had been practicing this week because of back spasms. And Rodney said he'd now have how long he would play tonight, but the clock stopped with the ball going out of bounds. Now the clock is rolling now. They need to get a play in there quick.
Picked up 27 yards down to the 22-yard line.
Timeout.
And University calls their second timeout. They got 1 left. Points on the board before halftime would be very good for the Trojans.
Oh,
here.
sure it would be, and give them a little spark coming out for that second half. But 1 timeout left, 45 seconds, you're down 24-0. You got to make hay while the sun shines.
When we go to halftime, our sideline reporter Dylan Chapman will be talking to the principal at University High School, Ricky Edison. Is this Ricky's first or second year there?
First year.
First year? He was at one of the, he was either at Abbott or
his brothers
or Aquila.
His brothers at one, he was at the other.
Yeah.
And he has another brother, I think, that's a professor at Ohio State. So.
Goodness. That's an educating family.
Yeah, I remember when Ricky, he used to coach out here at University. Benny Moon, that's a young man's cute, too. Look at that, Trojan football. It's on his muscle.
He's got that flex cam going. We're about ready to get back to play as Green has this offense back out on the field. C.J. Crane, the lone receiver at the top. Look to do the option to the near side. Not going to get away this time. A gain of a yard up to the 21.
You call another timeout here, Laura?
Not unless you had another play called.
Or is that a flag on the play?
I don't see a flag anywhere. Clock is rolling. Second down and 9.
I think turn the play clock off because it's got more on it than the game clock.
Certainly does. Perkins looking to pass across the middle, goes deep in the corner. C.J. Crane, touchdown Trojans.
I tell you what, that might have given him a little spark. That was a nice pass from Perkins that time. He threaded the needle, and C.J. Crane, he's one of those guys, he just hauled it in. Nice play.
Good over the outside shoulder where Crane was the only one who was going to get to it. And with 3 seconds left to go in the half, the Trojans are on the board.
That can do worlds of good for their confidence, too.
And now we have to call our final timeout because we don't have our kicker on the field if we're kicking an extra point.
They didn't have but 8 people on the field. I think it's supposed to play 11. There's not 8 men in it.
I know it's been a while since you've been in the end zone, but if I was a part of the kicking team, I think I'd have my helmet ready.
I know I would. But once again, first game, maybe these guys didn't know who all was supposed to be in there.
Well, I'm sure they went over that in practice several times.
Yeah, but this ain't practice. You the lights come on, crazy things happen.
It's definitely different speed, game speed and practice speed.
They say you learn, you develop you improve the best between the first and second game. So
yes, sir.
That's what I've heard. Now, I don't always agree with that, but I've heard that.
All right, on to attempt the extra point. Number 29, who I don't have on my roster.
Nor do I.
But the kick is good. So the Trojans make it 24-7 with 3 seconds left to go in our first half.
C.J. Crane. What a nice catch that was. What a nice throw that was. Look at it right here. Jordan Perkins right. That was a thing of beauty. It really was. That was an excellent pass. Nice catch by old C.J. And we'll see a little squib kick here and then half a run out. And we'll get to hear from old Dylan. What's Jesse Mateos? He retired? He's just standing around down there.
He's the producer.
Well, what's he doing down there just standing around?
He's producing. That's what producers do.
Okay.
Ricky Maz is now our director. Jesse's making sure everything's right. That's what producers do.
When we were doing the pregame, why did he hold up a cell phone? I'm just asking you a question.
That was not a cell phone. That was a walkie-talkie.
Oh, okay. Why did he hold that up? Was he talking to somebody?
He was talking to Ricky.
Oh, okay.
You got to have communication between your producer and your director. Squib kick, picked up by Thomas. Thomas takes it toward the far sideline, still on his feet. Finally brought down to the 39-yard line, and that's going to run the clock out on our first half of play. After the first 24 minutes, our score is Austin-LBJ 24 and University 7. Now let's go down to the field and check in with Dylan Chapman. Dylan?
Thank you, Lark. With me today, I have University's principal, Dr. Ricky Edison. Dr. Edison, you're a University High graduate. What's it like for you to be back at your alma mater as the principal?
It's great. I could not ask for anything more here. I've been so blessed to receive this position as principal at University High School, and I'm just looking forward to the future and having that honor to lead the Trojans into that next level, and that's where we want to go.
Yes, sir. Now, turn it over to a football side. I know you're good friends with Rodney Smith and Mario Crane. What's it like for you being able to watch them come out here and do their thing?
Oh, it's great. I grew up with both of those. And Coach Smith, I played with him, I coached with him. I know Coach Smith bleeds that purple, and I know he's passionate about the Trojans and University, and Coach Crane also. He's got a wealth of experience in coaching, and I know he's going to bring some great knowledge to the defensive side. So I couldn't be more excited and about our football team right now.
Yes, sir. And I know you're proud to be running University. Like I said, you're a graduate. If you could send one message to your student body about how to keep it a great place, what would you say?
The students were Trojans. Well, saying once a Trojan, always a Trojan. And it's just not about them. It's about the people that came before them. And we just want to make everybody proud. When people wear that purple shirt around town, that Trojan on their hat, shirt, we want them to be proud. We want to make it proud. So bring honor to the school, and it's going to be a special place, and we're going to get it that way. And just students, we got some great students. We got some great faculty. It's a great place to be right now, and we're excited about the future of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Dr. Ricky Edison, University High's principal. Back up to you, Larkin Butch.
All right, Dylan, thank you very much, and a nice job, Dylan. Great job. Always good to hear from Ricky. Again, our halftime score is Austin-LBJ 24 and University 7. We'll be back with our halftime activities right after this on Waco ISD TV.
Senior dancers: Alexis Alonso, Adrina Perez, Loretta Childers, Marcelette Espinosa, Takira Cashaw, Mackenzie McCraw, and Emily Childers. Leadership for the Highlighters is Captain Chloe Greggs, Co-Captain Emily Childers, Lieutenant Takira Cashaw, Lieutenant Naomi McCullough, and Lieutenant Mackenzie McCraw. The Highlighters will be performing to the 2002 hit by Hot Hot Heat called Talk to Me, Dance with Me. The Highlighters coach, Christina Ellis. Are you ready to be entertained? Please get on your feet and show your support for the most exciting band in all the land. Showing up in numbers and showing out in style and guaranteed to drive the crowd wild, the Mighty Trojan Marching Band. At this time, the Mighty Trojan Band would like to take the opportunity to recognize a very special group of young adults. Coming forward are 53 of the seniors in this year's marching band. This group of seniors are so special because they have seen more consistent superior UIL ratings than many graduating UHS band students and have truly set the bar high for incoming students for years to come. First up, senior Jesus Abalos, escorted by friends Joy Cavallo and Dariana Shaw. He's been in band for 7 years and plans to study at Baylor to get a degree in music. Napoleon Aguilar, escorted by father Carlos Aguilar. He has been in band for 6 years and plans on attending the University of Texas in Austin. Alexis Alonso, escorted by sister Nina Guerrero and grandma Ana Guerrero. Has been in band for 4 years and plans to go to Texas State and pursue an auto mechanics degree. Andrew Araujo, escorted by mother Marissa Espinosa. Has been in band for 7 years, ever since middle school. Plans to attend the University of Texas and major in computer science. Cree Burns, escorted by mother Charlotte Burns, has been in band for 6 years and plans to go to college and study nursing. Lisette Canales, escorted by mother Leticia Aldava and brother Jaime Boteo, has been in band for 6 years and plans to go to college and get a bachelor's degree in business and finance. Jajuline Cartagena, escorted by parents Michelle and Silvano Ortiz and sister Isabella Cartagena, has been in band for 3 years and plans to go to college at MCC. Ronaldo Ceballos, escorted by mother Laura Delgado, has been in band for 7 years. Sam Ceballos, escorted by mother Rosalinda Castro and brother Benjamin Soto, has been in band for 6 years, plans on attending college after high school to earn a bachelor's degree as a radiologist technician. Jordan Crawford, escorted by mother Yolanda Crawford, has been in band 4 years and plans to attend film school. Elizabeth De Leon, escorted by father Frank De Leon, mother Deanna De Leon, and sister Frankie De Leon, has been in band for 4 years, will continue pursuit of college with a career in nursing school, and the goal is to eventually become a nurse practitioner. Heaven Diaz, escorted by Mami Nellie Dowling and Dad Manny Dowling, has been in band 2 years, plans to attend college, minor in political science, major in international business, then further the education in business with pre-law, and hoping to become a corporate lawyer. Aaliyah Evans, escorted by mother Sandra Evans and sister Takayla Kilpatrick, has been in band 2 years, going on 3, plans to go to MCC or TSTC and study photography. Isley Estupina, escorted by brother Azaria Estupina, has been in band for 5 years and plans to attend the University of Houston downtown. Alejandra Fabela, escorted by sister Gloria Maria Fabela and boyfriend Jason Angel Xavier Castillo, Has been in band 2 years, plans to join the military and go to college for law enforcement. Alfredo Flores Jr., escorted by Nelda Flores, mother, has been in band for 5 years and plans to go to college. Emily Garcia, escorted by mother Reina Garcia and father Ruben Garcia, has been in band 7 years, plans on attending MCC, then transferring to a 4-year college. Jade Garza, escorted by mother Yvette Davis and stepfather Anthony Davis, has been in band for 4 years and plans to study cosmetology. Manuel Gibson, mother Sandra Gibson and father Manuel Gibson. This is the 4th year in band and wishes to attend Tarleton or ACU. Yasmin Landaverde, escorted by Maribel Suarez. 1st year in band and plans to attend college. Hannah Manning, mother's Persia Manning and father Spencer Majors Jr. has been in band for 7 years, plans to attend Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, where she will pursue her dreams of becoming a doctor. Andrea Martinez and Adriana Martinez, twins, escorted by mother Judiza Gutierrez and father Noe Gutierrez. Have been in band 7 years each. Andrea plans on attending Texas State University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in nursing, and Adriana plans on attending Texas State University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Omar Martinez, escorted by mother Hortensia and father Silvestre, has been in band 7 years, plans to go to Navarro College and then to Lamar University. Rachel McCullough, escorted by mother Louise Henderson and aunt Kim Henderson. 7 years in band, plans to attend MCC, then transfer to UTA in Arlington. Shaquavion Miles, escorted by mother Connie Miles and uncle Arlanders Estelle, has been in band for 7 years and plans to attend Texas State University. Christopher Morales, escorted by Maria Reina, Irene Trinidad, grandmothers, has been in band for 5 years, plans to attend college and eventually receive a master's in forensic science or music production. Nicholas Morris, escorted by mothers Julie Morris and father Nicky Morris, has been in band 4 years, plans to attend MCC for basics, then transfer to UT. Arcelina Ponce, escorted by father Juan Ponce and mother Guadalupe Ponce, has been in band 4 years, plans to attend college and become an RN. Maria Olvera, escorted by mother Anita Olvera and father Aiden Olvera, has been in band 7 years and plans to go to trade school. Moises Ortega, escorted by mother father Jose Ortega Jr. Been in band 7 years and plans to attend college. Anicia Ortiz, escorted by father Amilcar Herrera and mother Angela Ortiz, has been in band 7 years. After graduation, plans to attend the University of Texas in Arlington and major in nursing. Marticela Padilla has been in band 2 years and plans to attend college for psychology or go into the Marines. Alexandra Ramirez, escorted by father John Ramirez and stepmother Christina Ramirez, has been in band 6 years, plans to attend Texas A&M Galveston to study marine biology. Mario Rodriguez, escorted by mother Deanna Lozano and stepdad Mario Lozano, has been in band 4 years, plans to study in technical engineering. Jeremiah Roper, escorted by Philip Roper III, his brother, has been in band 6 years, plans to study music in college. Luis Rodriguez, escorted by mom Maria Rodriguez and dad Carlos Rodriguez. Has been in band 6 years, is debating between college and the military or becoming a first responder. Roman Rodriguez, escorted by sister Paulina Rodriguez, has been in band 7 years, plans to go to college and become a construction worker. Deja Rodriguez, escorted by mom and dad, Christy and Steve Rodriguez. This is her 4th year in band and plans to go to MCC. Ivan Salas, escorted by mother Raquel Salas and father Ivan Salas, has been in band 7 years and is enrolling in the Air Force. Oscar Salas Jr., escorted by mother Berta Salas and father Oscar Salas, has been in band 4 years and plans to attend a 4-year college straight out of high school. Julian Saldana, escorted by Genevieve Tillman, has been in band 3 years and plans to attend college. Florencia Salgado, escorted by mother Erica Salgado, has been in band 6 years, hopes to attend Mary Hardin Baylor and major in business. Ariana Salinas, escorted by mother Maria Salinas, has been in band for 8 years and plans to study electrical engineering at UNT. Alexis Sanchez, escorted by Belinda Reynoso, has been in band 7 years and will attend college after high school. Andrea Suarez, escorted by mom Maria Suarez and dad Felipe Suarez, has been in band 2 years, will be attending Tarleton State University so he can earn she can earn a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. Caitlin Trevino, escorted by mother Dina Trevino and father Chris Trevino, has been in band 4 years and plans to attend Tarleton State University. Austin Torres, escorted by mother Rose and partner in crime Hannah, has been in band 7 years. After high school, plans to attend the University of Texas in Austin. Daniela Torres, escorted by Miss Gutierrez, former teacher, has been in band 4 years and plans to attend MCC. Jairo Valenciana, escorted by Miss Rich, his favorite teacher, has been in band for 7 years and plans to study music as a music educator or in politics. And Adeline Zuniga, escorted by Aunt Ann Walls, has been in band 4 years, plans to attend the University of Texas and start a career as a physician's technician. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior University High School Trojan band members. Thank you, UHS band boosters, for making the senior gifts, and thank you, fans, for your continued support. And now, on with the show. And now you're in for a treat. The mighty Trojan Band has been working very hard to prepare the 2017 Marching Contest show, and tonight they bring you movement number 1 to the field entitled, It's Electric. The section of the week is the clarinet section, and captain for the week is Sebastian Barragan. Thanks for pushing your section to success. Drum majors are Senior Drum Major Ariana Salinas, Assistant Drum Major Willie Padilla, and Junior Drum Major Zoe Collins. Drum majors, is your band ready? Directors of the University High School bands are Head Director Archie Rehad IV, Assistant Director Justin Lindsay, Assistant Director Arthur Torres, Woodwind Specialist Melton Holcomb, Color Guard Instructor Glenn Price, Guard Technician Samantha Priest, Field Tech Volunteer Stephanie Taylor, Percussion Instructors Richard Donahue and Mark Perez. Our administrative staff includes Principal Dr. Ricky Edison and Assistant Principals Mr. Tenney, Mrs. Lozano, Ms. Kane, Coach Lloyd, Mr. Adams, and Mr. Ellis. We would like to thank our Superintendent, Dr. Marcus Nelson.
Back at Waco ISD Stadium, getting ready for our second half of action. Trojans trail Austin-LBJ by a score of 21-7 after the first 24 minutes. The Trojans ran 23 offensive plays in the first half, only got 81 yards out of those offensive plays, 16 rushes for 51 yards on the ground. They were 5 of 7 passing for 30 yards in the air, but that's how they got their one touchdown. It's on a 21-yard pass to C.J. Crane. As far as LBJ goes, they have run 30 plays for 211 yards. Most of that has been in the air. Of course, 60 of that came on one play. They are 9 of 13 passing for 132 yards in the air, and they've rushed for 79 yards on the ground on 17 plays. Individually, leading ground gainer for University right now is the quarterback Perkins. 10 carries for 51 yards. Stia's carried at one time for a yard, and Strope 5 times for a -1 yard. Meanwhile, for LBJ, their leading ground gainer is Batts, who has scored a touchdown out of 7 carries. He's got 54 yards, so nobody getting near the 100-yard mark yet on the ground. Stevenson's carried twice for 12 yards. And quarterback Green, 5 carries for 8 yards. Time of possession belongs to University at 3 minutes and 34 seconds. LBJ's had it for 10 minutes and 26 seconds, but the scoreboard right now belongs to the LBJ Jaguars at 24-7. They scored on their first possession of the game. Got a 30-yard field goal from their field goal kicker, Ian McIntosh. That capped a 13-play, 67-yard drive. Next time they touched the ball, it was the Brian Batts drive where he went all 46 yards in 5 plays. Took him 1 minute and 9 seconds to go 46 yards and got the touchdown on a 3-yard run. Their next touchdown came with 9:02 left to go in the second quarter. That was at the end of a 3-play drive that went 88 yards. The big play in that was a touchdown of 60 yards on the pass to Collins. And then their final score came with, the only score for University came with just 3 seconds left in the half on the 21-yard pass to Crane. So you're up to speed for the second half, and there's a second half kickoff. Taking it at the 35-yard line, and good north-south running there by C.J. Crane will start the start the Trojans in Jaguar territory. And Coach, that's how they ended the first half.
Yeah, you know, C.J. may still be pretty pumped up from catching that touchdown pass. And the last 2 times that they put him in that position where they kicked to him, he's done a good job running north and south. So let's see if the Trojans made any adjustments the first half.
Well, they're going to start just 45 yards away from pay dirt. Trailing by 17. Crane, the lone receiver at the top of your screen. O.C. Cadena is the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. Jordan Perkins, your quarterback, hands it off to Stroop. Stroop with some nice foot pumping action gets it up to the 42-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play.
Stroop has been pretty much held intact tonight. He hadn't had an opportunity to get loose because, once again, that defensive line for LBJ is doing a good job tonight.
Stroop, just a sophomore, has been doing his best to carry the mail tonight for the Trojan offense. They break the huddle with 15 seconds left on the clock. They had a couple of delay penalties in the first half. I believe they probably discussed that at halftime. Tried to take the handoff back as Stroop was hit about the same time he got the handoff. He's going to lose a couple of yards. The guy there on top of him in a hurry was Corinth Williams.
Once again, this sets up a 3rd and long, which most likely could be a passing situation. Cadena has not been able to catch a pass tonight, although C.J. Crane has. So that's 2 pretty good receivers they've got.
Certainly is. Stroop just lost the 3 yards he gained on the previous down, so it's 3rd down and 10 from the 45. Cadena goes wide to the far side, along with Julian Wilson and DeAudric Mack. Perkins gets swarmed as he tried to step up in the pocket. He's going to be downed on forward progress. They're going to move him back to, what, the 49-yard line? No, they're going to say 48-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the play, on the sack. So the Trojans are going to be 4 downs and punt on their initial drive of the second half. Castillo back to do the punting.
Kick away from Dion if you can.
Well, he's the only one back there. Low snap. Good job by Castillo to get it off. It takes a Jaguar bounce and going to be killed by the Trojans. Quickly down there is Michael Lambert to kill it at the 20-yard line. So the Jaguars are going to get the ball with 9 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, on top by a score 24-7. Trojans had it for 222 on that possession. Aaron Green is the quarterback. There's number 2 on that wide jersey. He'll have Kevin Johnson as a running back in the backfield. He saw limited action in the first half. They hand it off to Johnson, straight ahead running. Has it near the 1st down. Dropped at the 29-yard line. He picks up 9 on the play.
Speaking of Johnson, by the way, I saw Derek Johnson's brother at halftime, visit with him, said Derek's healthy. Derek is 35 years old. He's going to try to play at least 1 more, maybe 2 more years. Time flies, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It certainly does. 2nd down and 1. This is usually a passing down, something they'll try to throw deep maybe. Does go across the middle and it is complete to Ed Thompson. And Thompson takes it all the way out to the 47-yard line.
Tackle finally made by Justin Williams, making his first start as a football player. He's a basketball player, played on some of those good teams, but Rodney said he talked him into coming out for football. He said, I don't know whether I want to or not. After the first day, he fell in love with it.
18-yard pickup on that pass play to Thompson gives the Jaguars a 1st down at the 47-yard line and they're into the field. Sends Collins in motion. He takes the jet sweep, turns it inside, has it into Trojan territory down to the 42-yard line. Picks up 11 yards and another 1st down.
That young man is just let's see that juke move. Look right there.
Mm-hmm.
He just got some good moves. He's very, very quick. Like you described him earlier, like a little water bug. You ever try to catch one of them things?
I've never tried, but
I don't either, 'cause I don't know what I'd do with it if I caught it.
Put it in a jar and look at it, I guess. Johnson, the running back, in the backfield with Green. Sends Collins in motion, but we also have a little motion in the offensive line as moving prematurely is Jeremiah Johns, the guard on the right side.
He must have missed the snap count because nobody else moved.
Not many times tonight has the Jaguars been behind the chains.
No, they haven't.
Moves it back to the University 47 where it's going to be 1st down and 15.
I'm impressed with the way Aaron Green runs this offense, too, the quarterback. He's done a good job.
Certainly has. Clock ticking with a 7:50 to go 3rd quarter. Hand off to Johnson. He pinballs off of a couple of Trojans and takes it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a pretty tough, determined run right there. No question about it. Take one more look at it. There he goes right up Main Street. Bounced off a couple of tacklers and picked up about 3 more yards.
Got 8 yards on that one to the 39. 2nd down and 7. You can overcome a 1st and 15, 8 yards at a time, can't you?
Yeah.
Fake the handoff. Green on the keeper. Falls forward up to the 36-yard line. Pickup of only 3 on that one for Green.
I believe that might have been Kev Suarez that made that tackle. I couldn't see if it was 33 or 23. I bet it's Terry Murphy, 23. I bet it was.
There you go. Senior Murphy with the tackle there. 3rd down and 4. Johnson with the football. Falls forward to the 31 and has another 1st down. 3rd 1st down in the drive for LBJ.
One thing about they're not only moving the football, they're eating up a lot of this 3rd quarter as far as time-wise.
Well, they mark him at the 32, so give him a 4-yard gain on the play. You always got to know where number 1 is. He's on the hash marks on the far side of the field. They're looking for him. Green's going to decide to keep it, splits defenders, and gets it inside the 25 down to about the 23. Nice decision there by Green, not only not to pass it, but to get some yardage out of it.
Had 3 University Trojans had a chance to tackle him, and once again, he's pretty elusive himself. Take one more look at Aaron Green right here. You're going to see they had a chance right there. It was 1, 2, 3. Finally, the 3rd tackle got him. That was Abel Montemere.
Got 9 yards on it down to the 23. 2nd down and 1. Hand off to Johnson. Sidesteps some Trojans and takes it close to the 20-yard line. There may be a fumble at the end of the play. Everybody's scrambling at the bottom of the pile.
What do they call that in rugby?
A scrum.
Yeah, scrum. I couldn't think of the word.
I believe at the bottom of that scrum was Ed Thompson with the football. They're going to mark it at the 19-yard line.
Ricardo Maldonado was down there, but he couldn't get it.
So pick up a 4 on the play and another 1st down. New set of downs inside the 20 for the Jaguars. Took the football with 9:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's now down inside 5:17. Good job by the University defense this time, as they absolutely stonewall Brian Batts on the left side.
Yeah, that was a host of Trojans in on that tackle. You take a look at it right there. You see number 10 there's Justin Williams. Also number 30 in on the tackle, Julian Wilson. Good pursuit.
Loss of 2 on the play, back to the 21. Brings up a 2nd down and 12. A little more time in the huddle this time for the Jaguars as they draw up the 2nd and 12 play. Play clock down to 5. Green looking to his right, now back across the middle to pass to the end zone. It's complete to Collins for the touchdown. Boy, there was a University Trojan there, just had to go over the tips of his fingers.
I thought it was going to be intercepted, but it was I tell you what, Deion Collins is having one heck of a football game, as is Aaron Green.
Certainly is.
Oh, there it is, the outreach storms of Terry Murphy. If our committee's paying close attention, if Deion Collins is not the offensive player, I'm leaving.
You don't know who is, huh?
Old Tank will figure that out. He's keeping up with it. They ate up about, how long was that drive? 6, 7 minutes?
5 minutes and 15
I know
seconds.
it's a long one.
Went 80 yards in 10 plays. Do we have a timeout called prior to the kick here?
Evidently. Trainers are out there, the managers out there with some water and stuff. But
there's a timeout off the board for LBJ, so I guess they had to make sure that toe of Ian McIntosh was wrapped up. He's had a busy night. Out of the hold of Hunter Scott, who's the sophomore quarterback for the team. Left footer puts it through the uprights. And with 4:23 left to go in the third quarter, Austin-LBJ extends their lead.
Lark, I feel like University's going to have to come out and continue to throw the football if they can give Jordan Perkins time. He's got a good arm on him, and he's got a couple of good receivers in Kadena and C.J. Crane, because they're having a hard time with Jeremy Stroop running the football, no question about it.
Not a whole lot of room for him to operate. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go in third quarter. 31-7 is our score. I hear them playing the chicken dance out in the
Yeah, I saw you doing that a while ago.
that reminds me, this is Westfest. This is Westfest weekend.
Yes, it is. Yaksimash. Roll out the barrel or whatever.
Whatever.
Yaksimash means how are you in Czech, and Darbier Yakti means fine, thank you. And I know Pivo, and that's it.
You've been there a few times.
I've married one of them. One of them Czech women.
That'll get you there.
Most Czech women can cook. I got the wrong one on there.
Oh, you're in trouble when you get home. C.J. Crane with some nice moves, trying to get upfield, but just one last dance move allows Stevenson to catch up to him.
I tell you, C.J.'s done a good job returning those kickoffs. Now,
Yeah.
is that him down right now?
No, that's Corey Moore. That is not a good injury
No, not at all.
for the Trojans. Hopefully it's nothing more than a cramp, but he's holding that left knee, and that never looks good. Let's hope it's just a cramp.
Jerry Williams out there shaking on it. There's some of the Trojan faithful. I'll tell you one thing about these Trojans. They may have lost 36 football games in a row, but these people still believe in them. And I know Ricky Edison is the principal over there. He's born and bred University, so he'll do a good job. And I think Rodney Smith will do an excellent job once he gets things in place the way he wants them, you know.
Yeah, and that usually takes a couple of years just to make sure you get the right set of players out there and everybody on the same page. Well, let's hope Corey Moore is okay. He is one of the few stalwarts they're going to have on that defense, at least as far as returners come. They're taking some extra time with Corey Moore.
Makes me nervous when they take that much time, you know.
Yeah, the Trojans trailed 24-7 at halftime, but they were able to get on the scoreboard on the very final possession of the first half on a 21-yard pass from Perkins to Crane.
Would this be a good time to mention our crew, I wonder?
Yeah, let's mention the crew tonight.
There's a bunch of them on camera. We got Justin Sanchez, Terrell McSpadden, LJ, Jesse Maldonado, and Leslie O'Galdon. Instant replay, Bill Tavener. Audio engineer, Terrell Spadden. He does it all. Justin Sanchez. Sideline reporter, Dylan Chapman. Intern, Eva. Yeah, I'm going to call her Eva. That's as far as I'm going. Director, Ricky Mazza III. And I don't know what, Jesse Patel's, I'm going to say he's the head man. That's all I can say. I don't know what he's doing. He kind of walks around.
He didn't write down what he was. He just said
he didn't write down anything. I just threw that in there.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's the head man. That's all I know.
You don't agree with my description of producer because you
No,
won't use
no.
it. Okay.
We had a producer, and I worked Channel 6, but he was working. He didn't just walk around.
Yeah, we'll see if you get your paycheck from this game. Moore's being helped off the field.
Got people close watching, and I'll see one of the team doctors down there. So we'll Jerry Williams will get him over on the sidelines and check him out.
Trojans have the football at their own 39-yard line with 4:23 and rolling before they even snap the ball. Not sure about that. Perkins to pass long, looking for C.J. Crane. had it in his hands and dropped it. Boy, some nice concentration by Crane to even get his hands near it.
You know, he came within an eyelash of catching that ball. That little Perkins airing it out. Look at C.J. Crane coming right into your living room. Ah, right there, nearly had it.
Traylon Thomas step for step with him, but he still almost came up with it. Nice job of Perkins to drop it in on his hands. Second down and 10. Cadena in motion. He takes the flip on the inside, but he is knocked down about the same time he gets it.
He was a little slow getting up. Once you have those back spasms, it's hard to get rid of them. You can see him going back to the huddle very gingerly.
They'll lose back to the 34-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. Nice job by Brian Batts, who we've seen on both sides of the ball for LBJ, to get in the middle of that one. 3rd and 15. Play clock's down to 8, Coach.
If they
break the huddle.
They better hurry.
They're not going to get it off. They're going to have to call a timeout. Well, they did get it off. Under pressure, Perkins is going to be dropped for a loss back to the 28.
They came with a blitz that time. University didn't pick it up, and Perkins just had to scramble for his life. So we got another Trojan down, I believe.
Yeah, that's Perkins. Well, Jerry Williams is all of a sudden becoming a very busy man.
He needs a timeout, I think.
At least oxygen. And at least Perkins is sitting up quickly. That's usually a pretty good sign when they sit up that quick.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen more cramps this evening, because it's not hot, but it's not cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is usually when we see cramps, is this first couple of games of the year. He's up and walking off on his own accord. That's always good to see.
Yeah, especially when it's your quarterback.
Yeah. Gabriel Castillo set up to punt.
Well, here we go. Old Deion Collins back there again.
Hard to keep it away from him when he's the only guy back there.
I guarantee I'd kick it away from him.
Good snap. Rugby kick. Brings it toward the near side to keep it away from him. Takes it straight up, then a sideways bounce and killed it at the 31-yard line down there to kill it for the Trojans.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jamarian Payton.
Good job.
As close as I'm going to get. I don't spell very well.
All right, then once again, it's up this Trojan defense to dig in, see if they can corral this high-flying LBJ Jaguars, they're a very good football team.
Trojans kept it for 1:47 on that drive. Didn't pick up a first down. Dylan Chapman going to talk to the University golf coach here at the end of our period. Coach, I think we got a new quarterback.
I know we do.
Johnson has the football as he takes the handoff from Hunter Scott.
I think Coach Andrew Jackson just let some of these guys get an experience. Hunter Scott's only a sophomore, so let these guys play when you have the opportunity. We may have seen the last of Deion Collins tonight.
Most likely.
University hopes they've seen the last of it.
Second down and 8 from the 33 after the 2-yard pickup for Johnson. Scott to pass in the flat. It's complete behind the line of scrimmage and out to the 35-yard line. Did they not blow a whistle? I thought he was down once.
I tell you what, I don't know. Finally, old Josh Walker just bulldogged him because he thought he had him down, and evidently let's look and see if he was down. There's Josh Walker making the tackle. He's down right there, wasn't he?
Yeah, so did they not blow a whistle?
I don't know.
Jaleel Scott was the receiver that gets it out to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 4 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Fake the handoff. Scott goes ahead up to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be short of the 1st down.
This brings up an apparent punting situation for LBJ. They've got a flag on the play. I believe it's against the Trojans.
Well, that's unfortunate because they had him stopped.
They used to mic those referees, didn't they?
Yeah, maybe they ran out of batteries. Ooh, that's the big one.
That's personal foul against the Trojans. Rodney Smith talking to one of the officials said, well, tell me what happened. He probably did. They're not going to change the call.
Oh, no. Takes it out to the 45-yard line. Scott passes in the flats, incomplete. Intended there for Jaleel Scott.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 situation with 59 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Clock stopped after the incompleted pass. Send 3 receivers to the right side. There's 1 receiver to this side. Crane's got him covered up, but they fake the handoff. Hunter Scott keeps the ball and will be dropped for a 1-yard loss back to the 46.
Boy, that was a nice tackle by Abel Montemere that time. Because he had a little seam out there, and Abel came in, grabbed him around the ankles, and brought him down.
Running play here could be the final play of our 3rd quarter. Looking to pass on the inside slant. Nice job by Crane to light up the receiver, but a good job of holding on to it by Dante Bourgeois. But it's still short of the 1st down.
I say C.J. Crane and Josh Walker both lit him up pretty good right there, so they will most likely let the clock run out in the 3 quarters, I would imagine.
Down to the 38-yard line. Picked up 8 on the play, and that is the final play as we hear the horn for the end of the 3rd quarter. Head of the 4th quarter with our score. Austin-LBJ 31 and University 7. Now let's go down to the field and check in with Dylan Chapman. Dylan?
Thank you, Lark. I'm here with University High's boys and girls golf coach and photography teacher, Mr. Carl Thomas. Coach Thomas, I know you've got the photography classes, and I know you bring kids out here to do stuff at the football games. Could you just describe a little bit what type of projects y'all do with the footage you get tonight?
Sure, Dylan. Actually, I'm also the yearbook coordinator, so we use that to take advantage of the facilities to teach our kids how to take photography in action settings to be able to work for yearbook for all athletic events.
Okay, and you're also the boys and girls golf coach. What do you think golf season will be like this year for the Trojans?
Well, we're a growing program. When I took over the program, we only had 7 golfers total. This year we have 25 girls and 12 boys playing. And we're just growing up. Nobody on our team is over a junior, so we'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Coach Thomas. That was Carl Thomas, University High boys and girls golf coach and the photography teacher. Back up to you, Butch and Lark.
All right, Dylan, thank you very much. Play a little golf today.
Yeah.
Probably going to play a little golf on Sunday, aren't you?
Plan on it.
Plan on it. 4th down play. Handoff goes straight ahead to Johnson. He has the 1st down and carries Trojans inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. Boy, that's a good, determined run by their running back, number 20, Kevin Johnson. He's a senior.
Look at me. He actually ran over a couple of Trojans, literally, just ran over.
All the way down to the 23-yard line to pick up a 15 on that play. That gives them the 1st and 10 and keeps this drive going. Started back at the 31-yard line. Hunter Scott passes in the flat. Little wide receiver screen out there to Bourgeois.
I think Hunter Scott, no question, he's probably going to be the quarterback in waiting after Aaron Green graduates because he does a good job directing that offense.
Picked up 8 yards on that pass play. Brings up a 2nd down and 2. Again, looking to pass, fakes it in the flat, looking long now, having to scramble, looking to create something, and underthrows it, and it's intercepted by C.J. Crane in the end zone. He brings it out to the 2-yard line, but C.J. Crane ends that threat with the interception.
And if C.J. had it to do over, which he doesn't, he's just gone down, got the ball to 20, but he's having a heck of a game tonight for the Trojans.
He certainly is.
On both sides of the football.
Both ends. The University takes over the football with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game.
You talk about lip of the cup. They're on the lip of their own cup. That's not good.
No, they've had that a couple of times tonight.
Yep.
3 minutes and 46 seconds on that possession for the Jaguars. And now it's up to Jordan Perkins and company to get out from the shadow of their own goal. Hand it off to Stroop. Stroop going straight ahead. They strip the football from him, and into the end zone goes number 6 with the football and a touchdown. That was Brian Batts who took the ball away from Stroop and goes into the end zone for the 6.
Boy, that was a bizarre turn of events there. Stroop made a pretty good run, made about 3 or 4 yards, and you watch it. He barely had to handle there. He's got it here. They literally take the football away from him. 24 goes in the end zone for LBJ.
Was it 24 that took it away?
Yeah, I don't have him on my roster.
McIntosh with the low liner through the uprights, adds on the extra point. 10:41 to go in the contest, and it's now 38-7 in favor of Austin-LBJ. Boy, just when you thought the Trojans had gotten a break, LBJ makes a break of their own and steals the football away and steals a touchdown.
Following the game, we'll be visiting with the offensive and the defensive player of the game and the coach of the winning team, which right now looks like will be Andrew Jackson. So, things can change. It's not over till it's over, right? What's over?
That's what Yogi said.
Yeah, he did.
Two touchdowns and a field goal in the first half for LBJ. 2 touchdowns here in the second half.
Doc, I just wonder what's going through the mind of these University Trojans. Especially these seniors. They said, boy, here we go again. I mean, you know, how many times can you keep getting up off the mat?
As many times as it takes.
Yep, that's what I say. When this game's over, get ready for the next one. All you can do.
Ian McIntosh, the junior kicker, has it stepped off. Trojans not looking for a deep kick. For once again, that pop-up that's going to come down to the 22-yard line. O.C. Cadena with the football, looking for a lane to run through, but there was nothing there, and it closed down on him when he approached about the 34-yard line.
Now, that's not the whole say. Cadena, he's not 100%. You can tell the way he's running, and he's limping. That those back spasms are bothering him. They really are.
I feel his pain. Trojan offense would like to get some points on the board here in the second half, just like they did in the first half. Jordan Perkins sends Cadena to the far side. Deondrick Robinson, the wide receiver, to the near side. Hand off to Stroop. Well, that's that old when the horse throws you theory. Give it right back to him to make sure he doesn't lose the football here.
He didn't lose the football, but he didn't make a lot of yardage either. So it's tough sledding inside the tackles for University. Here comes old Jordan over here to get the play.
No gain on that play. Still second down and 10. He heads back to the huddle with 20 seconds left on the play clock. Julian Wilson in the slot on the far side. Looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws deep for Cadena, and Cadena had it in and out of the breadbasket. Looked like he was going to catch it as he was falling down.
I tell you what, he doesn't drop any. If we take another look at that certainly was a catchable ball that time. Jordan Perkins had good protection, made a nice pass. You watch it, hit him right in the breadbasket. He says, I know I should have had it.
Catch it in your hands and not with your elbows. 3rd and 10 from the 34. Perkins drops back, throws long to the near side to C.J. Crane, and it's overthrown. Crane not able to get to that one.
Well, they've gone the two best receivers. They went to Cadena on the right and come back Crane on the left. Both of them incomplete, so a punting situation.
As you said, we have probably seen the last Deion Collins tonight, but he is out there on the kick return team. Thought we were going to get somebody new.
I did too.
Joshua Perkins was down there waiting. Another rugby kit. Picked up by one of the up men. That's Shelby Madrano, who returns it all the way to the University 35-yard line. University overran the pursuit there, didn't they?
Yes, they did. You see a lot of teams using that rugby kick now. But I think LBJ kind of caught them off guard because they weren't expecting that.
I got to admit, that's the first time I've seen somebody do that on one of those squib kicks, rugby type kicks. Pretty heads up play there. Shelby Madrano, just a junior. Hunter Scott back in at quarterback. Have a two running back backfield with him. Brian Batts will take the handoff and go around the right side. Sidestep a couple of would-be tacklers and take it inside the 25, down to about the 23.
And he lost his helmet in the process, so he'll have to come out for a play.
Picked up 12 on the play and another first down.
He was finally brought down by Terry Murphy.
His ninth catch of the night or ninth run of the night for 64 yards and a touchdown.
They're running as much time off that clock as they can, maybe too much.
Now we have a timeout called by the Jaguars. Apparently they didn't like the play they had called, so they're going to change their mind here. Third and final game of this Derek Johnson Classic coming up tomorrow between the Waco Lions and the San Antonio Roosevelt. First look at Marty Herp's 2017 edition of the Waco Lions.
Marty told me they had 174 players out for football this year. I mean, that's counting, that's the most they've ever had.
Can he share some with the Trojans?
Maybe so, I don't know. And if Waco High stays healthy, they have some good skill players. Jalen Harris and Terrence Hamilton and Michael Stetson, if they stay healthy.
If they can stay healthy, that's been the question the last 3 years for the Lions, staying healthy. Scott, the quarterback, on the jet sweep, the handoff. I'm pretty sure that's a face mask penalty. He tossed that helmet at least 25 yards.
Yes, he did.
That was Jaleel Scott that got tackled by the face mask. He's going to lose yardage on the play back to the 31. That's an 8-yard loss, but then you're going to have the 15-yard face mask penalty.
That was pretty obvious, wasn't it?
I could see it from up here, Coach. And it'll bring with it the automatic first down.
And once again, put the LBJ in good scoring position.
Now they took it back to the original line of scrimmage and will mark off the 15 yards from there, Coach?
Looked like that's what they did. I don't know.
It's not from the point of the foul because it happened behind the line of scrimmage. I'm new to this. If they mark it at the 16, that's the proper mark off.
And somebody just kicked the ball.
From the 31. All right. Got the ball marked, ready to go back to playing football. Hunter Scott sends Jaleel in motion. Hands it off, though, to Batts, and Batts wiggles his way down to the 9-yard line.
I'm impressed with this stable of running backs they have for LBJ. That Batts is a tough runner also. Finally brought down from behind by Christian Palacios.
Pick up a 7 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 3. Batts with the football again, and Batts is wrapped up about the time he's able to get going forward.
Who made that tackle? Josh Walker.
Yeah, I'm putting him down as my defensive player of the game.
I think he'd be a good one. He's all over the field tonight.
Loss back to the 12-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 6. Clock under 8 minutes left to go in the game. 38-7. LBJ on top with the Trojans trying to add more to it. Another run straight up the middle. This time by Latrell Stevenson. I think that's only about his 2nd carry of the night. His 3rd, actually, according to our statistician, Steve Tankersley.
Which is very unofficial at this current time.
Absolutely. Pick up a 5 on the play, brings up a 4th down and 1. You got to believe they're going for it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they'd want to add insult to injury and kick a field goal.
That and McIntosh's toe is sore. Handed off to Batts. Batts bounces it outside, inside the 5, and bumped out of bounds somewhere around the 2. But gives them 1st and goal to go.
Once again, they're on the lip of the cup. The Trojans, I mean, I know they're going to lose the football game, but they've still got to be happy with some of the things they've done. Not the score, but some of the things they've done.
They've seen some good things. They've seen some things that they do need to work on. 1st and goal from the 2. Coming on the sweep around the right side. And a flag on the play, but into the end zone is Latrell Stevenson. Let's see what the meaning of the flag is.
Might have been procedure against LBJ.
Yep. For first game, they've been relatively penalty-free.
Yeah, they have.
It's only the 3rd one that has been accepted, and all of them are of the 5-yard variety.
That's not bad for a first game. It's really not.
So back to the 7-yard line it goes, where it's 1st and goal. Doing a good job of eating clock as well with this drive. Led by their 2nd-team quarterback, Hunter Scott. He hands it off to Batts. Brian Batts finds his way into the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd of the night.
Yeah, Brian Batts only a junior, so I tell you what, his future's bright. That young man, he's a good running back. There was another look at Mr. Batts going in for the 6 points. The run to score now 44-7 with the extra point still to come.
Point is good. 6 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. And LBJ extends its lead out to 45-7. 7-play, 35-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
There's another look at the Bats touchdown. Once again, I take my hat off to our crew. I've already acknowledged them, but they've done a good job tonight. Bring these pictures to you.
I have not seen any first game jitters out of them.
No, they're not. They're right on with the replays and all that stuff. Doing a good job tonight. Give a little credit to our director, too, Ricky Mausner. The third, by the way. I've never met the fourth. Have you?
I think I have.
Have you read it? Mm-hmm. Is his name Ricky also?
I'm not going to dignify that question with an answer.
See, those University Trojan fans still cheering them on.
They did come out in good numbers tonight to support their ball club.
The University goes on the road the next 2 weeks. They're at Georgetown Eastview next week and then at Gatesville the following week.
Pop-up will come down at the 29-yard line to C.J. Crane. Crane looking for some running room. Gets turned around at the 38-yard line. That's where the Trojans offense will get one more opportunity to get some points on the board. Scored at the very end of the first half on a nice 21-yard pass play from Jordan Perkins to C.J. Crane. Not a whole lot of offense after that. Notice Josh Walker's in the backfield. Coach, it looks like there's not too many men out there. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Not too many men in the huddle. Can you do that?
Not supposed to.
Yeah. Well, they kind of overlooked it this time. Got a 1-yard loss.
See, I've never seen Josh Walker play offense before. Have you?
No. A lot of new things.
There's another look at Jordan Perkins that time. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
Lost a yard on the play. Second down, 11. At the 37.
A little confusion right now on part of the Trojans.
Well, that'll be their first time out of the second half. I'm sure that the coaches are probably taking a few mental notes. The coaches up in the press box are probably also taking some notes down on pad and paper
Yeah, I would
to
think
know
so.
what exactly they need to.
I knew when they came out of the huddle, they were confused. They were looking around at each other, so. Then they got a headband on or got a t-shirt on, got a number on her. Actually, she's wearing on C.J. Crane's number.
I'm looking on the sideline to see if I can find Corey Moore. See where he is. Back to action we go. Perkins on a roll out right. Nobody there to throw to. We'll take it out of bounds. Somewhere around the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play.
Jordan Perkins made a little something out of that play because I thought it was going to be for loss, and he showed pretty good speed, but only picked up 1 yard.
Ran out of bounds, so the clock stopped with 5:44 left to go. First night of the 2017 season of the high school football year. Good stop action pass to C.J. Crane, and Crane takes it down to the 40.
That time, Jordan Perkins rolled out to the right, threw back to the left, hit old C.J., and he makes it. It's right there, made that young man miss, and picks up good yardage for the Trojans. Finally brought down by Shelby Madrano.
19-yard pickup on that pass play to Crane. Hasn't been Jaguar territory, 40 yards from pay dirt. Looking for basically the same play. Perkins tries to step up in the pocket, but it collapses all around him, and he only get it to the 43-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play on the sack.
LBJ put a lot of pressure on Jordan Perkins that time. He just did not have opportunity to even get his feet set.
Wide receiver Victor Rosas checks into the huddle. Come to the near side. Just nothing there for Perkins. Looked like he was trying to make a pass in the flat, but his receiver was not getting open. Well, he got dragged back all the way into University territory.
You see right there, Caden Goss and also Douglas Bedford put a lot of pressure that time on Jordan Perkins. Clock continues to roll. When he gets down to about 2 minutes, I'll have to make my way out as soon as that committee gives me the proper players. Oh, thank you, committee.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Austin-LBJ. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in this contest. It's been pretty much LBJ from the get-go. So they score on their first offensive possession of the night on a 30-yard field goal by Ian McIntosh. That was at 8:03 to go in the first quarter. Next time they touched the football, they went 46 yards in 5 plays, all on the feet of Brian Batts, who scored from 3 yards out to make it 10-0 with 4:38 to go in the first quarter. Took a 17-0 lead with 9:02 to go in the half on a 60-yard pass to Deion Collins and haven't looked back since. Trojans face a 3rd down and long. Snap is dropped by Perkins, and now will somebody blow a whistle? Isn't there some forward progress there somewhere, Coach?
I don't know. He fumbled the football, and who got it? We're going to have, don't know, a little extracurricular activities. We don't need that.
Number 9's on the football. That's Aaron Goff. I didn't see a beanbag. Is there a... I don't think they called it a fumble, Coach. I think they just call it 4th down. They moved him all the way back to the 28.
It came out. It was a fumble. No questions about that.
Trojans are lining up to punt it, though.
Oh, Castillo Gabriel's been a busy man tonight.
Lost 18 yards on that one. Coach, that drive started at the University 38.
That's not Collins back there deep now, is it?
No, sir. That is Devontae Gay.
Delay of the game.
Delay game penalty.
How many penalties now for University?
That is number 7.
Well, that's not as bad as I thought.
Well, there were several that were thrown but not accepted.
Right.
Low snap. Good job to pick it up, but got off a whirly bird of a kick. It only gets out to about the 38-yard line.
Clark, I believe he kicked that football left-footed. I really do.
He did. He had to. That's what the bad snap forced him to do.
Our committee has spoken. Our offensive MVP will be Deion Collins from LBJ, no surprise. Our defensive player will be Josh Walker from University. Be visiting with those two young men, and Andrew Jackson, the coach from LBJ, following the football game.
I will join you on the field directly.
Yes, sir.
LBJ's got one more scoring opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the University 38-yard line, leading 45-7 with 2:38 left to go in the contest. Hunter Scott, the quarterback, hands it off to Stevenson, and Stevenson rolls up to the 35-yard line for a gain of 3. Trojans on the road next week at Georgetown Eastview. We still got one more game this week for Waco ISD TV between Waco High and San Antonio Roosevelt. They'll be back here at Waco ISD Stadium the next week to take on the Killeen Kangaroos. 2nd down and 7 at the 35. They're letting the play clock roll down as well as the game clock before they take the snap. Fake the handoff. Hunter Scott keeps the football, and he's going to be smothered for a loss back to the 37-yard line. Loss of 2 for Hunter. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. There are a couple of dates that both the Trojans and the Lions are going to be on the road. We won't have games here at Waco ISD Stadium. That's going to be September the 22nd. One of those dates when Waco's at Midway and University's at Ellison. Scott fakes the handoff and pays for it. He got around the corner, but once again, there was Josh Walker to take care of him. Our defensive player of the game. Stops him when he gets to the 36-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain there. Brings up a 4th down and 8. The clock continues to roll. Trojan offense might get the ball back for one more play. Also on September the 29th, both teams are going to be on the road. I'm sorry. No, it's the 15th that both of them are on the road. That's when University goes to Gatesville and Waco High will be at Harker Heights. So the 15th and the 22nd, no action here at Waco ISD Stadium. And both the Trojans and Lions will be on the road. LBJ let the clock run down to 30 seconds and call their final timeout. Most likely they'll punt the ball away to University, but this one's pretty much in the books. They built that 17-0 lead thanks to that 60-yard pass to Deion Collins. Just never looked back after that. Trojans were able to make it 24-7 at the half. And they scored on a 21-yard pass to C.J. Crane. With their first possession of the second half, LBJ made it 31-7. On their own 21-yard pass, that one was to Collins as well. He collected 2 touchdown passes tonight. They're not going to punt the ball. They're going to go ahead and run a play here. Run off some more clock. Handoff around the right side goes to Bourgeois. Bourgeois gets gets a yard to the 35-yard line, but it's going to go on downs on to University with 23 seconds left to go in the game. So the high school football coaching career of Rodney Smith is underway. Not necessarily the result he desired tonight. I'm sure he has found lots of things that his coach's staff and his team needs to work on for their next action at Georgetown Eastview 1 week from tonight. Jordan Perkins has Stroop in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Stroop. Nice spin move. He'll carry a few players with him across the 40 to the 41-yard line, pick up 6 yards on the play. But that most likely will be the last play of the night as the clock rolls inside 5 seconds. Rodney Smith is already on his way across the field to congratulate his counterpart, Andrew Jackson, on a victory for Austin-LBJ tonight by a score of 45-7. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have our post-game interviews right here on Waco ISD TV.
All right, back at Waco ISD Stadium where Austin-LBJ has defeated University tonight. I believe the final score is 45-7. Our defensive MVP is Joshua Jackson. Our offensive MVP is Deion Collins, right? First, we're going to visit with Joshua. Joshua, coming in the game, you guys had good success last year. You won 9 football games, got in the playoff. How would you compare this year's team to last year?
Well, we lost a lot of good people, but we still have some of the starters back, and it's going to be a good season this year. Yeah.
What about your defense this year? Are they as good, if not better than last year?
I think they're better. I think we're better, a lot better.
What'd you rather do, intercept a pass or make just a good hit on somebody, make them fumble?
Say what? Can you repeat it?
Do you rather make a catch an interception, get an interception, or just make a big hit on someone, make them fumble?
Yeah, make a big hit on someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have you lost a lot of guys like you mentioned from last year, but this team's got some talent. There's no question. There's question about it. Even some of the backups got a promise.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of good people, a bunch of good players on our team.
I read in Texas Football Magazine you guys are picked to win district again. Puts pressure on it, doesn't you?
Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna win district, but it's the pressure is like getting through the playoffs. We that's what we focus on, getting through the playoffs. Probably, hopefully winning the state championship.
All right, I hope you do. Good luck, you guys, rest year. First term, Deion Collins holding this big fancy trophy here. First, I've got to ask you, don't lie to me. I don't know how tall you are, how much you weigh.
I'm 5'2", official. I'm 140.
Tell me.
Soaking wet. Soaking wet.
But how do you got so many juke moves and shaking and baking? You're like a little Waterberg out there.
Well, I worked on it at a young age. Preparation is key. That's all I know.
I know you had one punt tonight. I thought you were going to take it to the house. You reversed your field, had the wall set up. One guy got you. But you like returning punts?
Yeah, I do. I think that's what's going to separate me to get on the field in college at the next level.
What about, did you prefer running the football or catching the football?
Catching the football, but I'm an athlete. I can do anything you ask me.
I asked Joshua, how would you compare this year's LBJ team to last year's team, which had good success?
This team still got that sour taste in our mouth from last year. We steady going to the playoffs, first round done. We try and go deep.
All right, hey, good luck to you the rest of the way and stay healthy, all right?
Thank you.
You bet. Let's bring Coach Andrew Jackson in. Coach, you can't win them all if you win the first one,
Jamal Fenner. I'm Jamal Fenner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was Andrew Jackson.
Oh, no worries. I'm filling in for Andrew Jackson.
All right, okay. Well, you can't win them all if you win the first one,
That's all right. Say that again.
You can't win them all if you can't win the first one.
That's right. Absolutely. You got to win the first one to win them all.
How was the performance tonight? Were you guys being the first game? Were you pleased with most things?
We were pleased with the execution and just with the players flying around and making plays. That's what we wanted to see. You know, this is a veteran group, so we was expecting them to come in and play fast and play hard.
I asked Deion Collins. He's 5'2". He said 150 pounds, I believe, soaking wet, but he is a weapon.
Absolutely. You know, number one, he makes plays all over the field, and he's been that way since a freshman. He played on varsity as a freshman and started, and we made a four-round deep run. So we're expecting him to be versatile and do the same thing at his senior class.
Has this team got what it takes, you think, to win district again, maybe go 2 or 3 deep in the playoffs or win it all?
Absolutely. You know, I think this team, if we just come together with the team camaraderie and we just keep playing for each other, we have the talent and the ability to go deep into the playoffs and maybe win it.
All right, how about this Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic? You guys like coming down here?
Oh, we love it. We enjoy it. You know, the facilities is nice. Everybody treats us well. I mean, this is a great experience for our kids.
Good luck to you rest of the way, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
You
Thank
betcha. Let's bring over Larky and wrap her up.
I just found out that he's filling in for Coach Jackson because Coach Jackson's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. He was up in the press box tonight on a pump, so our best wishes go out to Coach Jackson and hope he has a speedy recovery. He's got a really good football team out on the field tonight against the Trojans.
And Deion Collins, I read up on him. He's listed 5'5", 155. He's 5'2", about 140. Soaking wet's what he told me. But this university team, they got a lot of growing pains. This is the first step. They got to get over the hump, Lark. Whenever that is, I hope I get to see it.
Yeah, well, it's not the size of the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog.
There you go. You sound like Leroy Coleman.
Get in there somewhere. All right, the Trojans drop a 45-7 decision tonight to LBJ. Best of luck to them the rest of the season. We'll have them right here on Waco ISD TV. For the Butch and the entire crew here at Waco ISD Stadium, I'm Lark Smith. Good night. We'll see you next time here on Waco ISD TV.